I never imagined my marriage would end in front of a crowd, with my wife's lies unraveling on camera and the truth echoing through a room full of people. But that's exactly what happened, because if there's one thing I learned from betrayal, it's that sunlight is the best disinfectant. My wife Neha and I had been together for 10 years. We met in college, married young, and built what I thought was a strong life. We had a house, stable jobs, and a tight circle of family and friends. To everyone on the outside, we were the picture of happiness. But little by little, things began to shift. It started small. Neha became glued to her phone, laughing at messages she wouldn't show me. She began working late more often than usual. Her girls' nights became frequent, and when she came home, she smelled like perfume that wasn't hers. I wanted to believe her, I really did. But the pit in my stomach kept growing. Then came the night that confirmed my suspicions. I borrowed her laptop to send an email, and a notification popped up. It was from a cloud backup service, showing photos she'd taken but hadn't bothered to hide. One of them froze me. Her, in a hotel room mirror, wearing lingerie I had never seen before, with a man's arm wrapped around her waist. I sat there, staring at the screen until my hands went numb. There it was, undeniable proof. She was cheating. The woman I had trusted with everything, the mother of my child, was sneaking behind my back. At first, rage consumed me. I wanted to scream, to confront her right then. But after the anger came something colder, clarity. If I exploded, she would deny, twist, manipulate. She was clever, and she had already lied so well. No, I wasn't going to give her a chance to weasel out of this. I needed a plan, so I started gathering evidence. I copied the photos. I checked her cloud storage and downloaded screenshots of her texts with him. Late-night business trips to hotels, flirty exchanges, even plans for weekends when I thought she was visiting her sister. Every message cut deeper, but everyone also gave me ammunition. The final straw came when I overheard her on the phone, whispering to someone, "Don't worry, he'll never find out. He's too trusting." That night, I decided, if she wanted to play games in the shadows, I was going to drag everything into the light. I waited 2 weeks, carefully setting things up. Our anniversary was coming, and I knew she'd expect a celebration. So I told her I was planning a small dinner party at home with close friends and family. My parents, her sister, a few of our closest friends. She smiled and agreed, probably thinking it was the perfect cover to sneak away later to see her lover. What she didn't know was that I had already connected my laptop to the living room TV. I had prepared a neat little folder of all the evidence, the photos, the screenshots, the videos. I even managed to catch her one evening on a hidden camera I had set up in our bedroom when I went on a work trip. That one hurt the most, but it was also the nail in the coffin. The night of the dinner came. Everyone was dressed up, the food was served, and laughter filled the air. Neha played the doting wife perfectly, smiling at me, touching my arm, pouring drinks. Watching her put on the performance made my blood boil, but I stayed calm. I had one last surprise for her. After dinner, I stood up and tapped my glass. "Before we bring out dessert," I said, my voice steady, "I put together a short video to celebrate our marriage. 10 years is a long time, and I thought it would be nice to relive some memories." Neha smiled brightly, clearly enjoying the attention. "Oh, that's sweet," she said, clinking her glass with her mom's. I pressed play. At first, the screen showed exactly what she expected. Our wedding day, our honeymoon, the birth of our daughter. Everyone cooed and clapped, enjoying the trip down memory lane. But then the footage shifted. A hotel selfie of Neha with her lover appeared. Gasps rippled through the room. Her smile froze. I let the slideshow roll. Screenshot after screenshot, photo after photo. Her texts with him, her sneaking into hotels, her giggling in lingerie. And finally, the hidden camera footage. There was no mistaking it. She was with another man, in our home, in our bed. The room was dead silent except for the sound of the video. Her mother covered her mouth in shock. Her father stood up in disbelief, and my own parents stared at her with pure disappointment. Neha jumped up, rushing toward the TV. "Turn it off!" she shouted, her face pale. But I stood between her and the screen. "Sit down," I said coldly. "Everyone deserves to know the truth." She spun to the crowd, tears streaming down her face. "It's not what it looks like. I can explain." "Explain?" I snapped. Explain the dates, the texts, the hotel receipts? Explain the video? No, Neha. The only thing you'll be explaining is why you thought you could play me for a fool. Her lover's name slipped out from the texts. Several people gasped. He was her co-worker, a married man with kids of his own. Within minutes, phones were buzzing as the news spread through the room. Neha collapsed into a chair, sobbing, while her family sat in stunned silence. I pulled out the final piece, a folder of divorce papers. I didn't put this together to embarrass you for fun, I said, my voice steady. I did it because I wanted everyone to see the truth. I'm done. We're finished. I dropped the papers on the table in front of her. You can sign them now or later. But this marriage is over. She begged, pleaded, tried to reach for my hand, but I stepped back. I had seen enough lies. That night she left with her parents, her reputation in shreds. Within days, her affair partner's wife found out, and his life unraveled too. Neha lost her job, her friends distanced themselves, and the respect of her family was gone. Karma didn't take long, as for me. It wasn't easy. Divorce is never clean, and the kids needed me more than ever. But I kept my head high. I hadn't just caught her cheating. I had exposed her lies for everyone to see with evidence no one could deny. And in the end, that truth set me free.